Hi. Well, I have a special video for my Instagram followers today. I have been asked the question, how to come that I gotten so good at vaulting in such a short time. And I have been thinking about this question for a while. I have come to the conclusion that there is not only one answer, and this will probably not be a short video because there is not one short answer to that question. I would rather say there are a lot of different things that contributed to me becoming better at vaulting, because I wouldn't consider myself yet to say that I'm a good vaulter. I think I'm still under under construction like everything else in life. It's nothing is finished ever. It's just an ongoing project, and I'm a half Swedish, and we Swedes like to say that we are humble people. We don't like to say I am good at this. We like to say, well, I can do something, but I wouldn't consider myself being the best at it. Yeah, just a tiny little example. For example, Peter Fredriksson, the current number one ranking event jumper, still doesn't think he's like, he always thinks he can be better at something. So even though he's number one ranked in jumping, he still thinks there are things he could improve and be better at. So, and in the same way, I would say that I'm not perfect in any way, and I don't have all the questions. I mean, all the answers to all the questions when it comes to vaulting or in life. So, yeah, this is just my journey, and I will try to answer that question as good as I can. And yeah, I told you I've been going and thinking a lot about how to answer that question, and I come over a little piece, a little card game, which is for motivation. And I found that there were a lot of cards that could say be an answer to that question. So I thought I use these cards today because they will help me to answer your question. Yeah, so the first one is grow through what you go through. And this is something I think is part of my journey in becoming a better vaulter. Because if you have obstacles, if you have circumstances that aren't easy, you will grow. And you will grow by going through it. And for me, my journey started on my own as a vaulter, on a wooden horse with an old girth, old surcingle, which was like, basically, we call it, in Sweden we call it a nutcracker vaulting girth, which is like, yeah, it's not like a competition vaulting girth. It's that very, very easy one, which usually is used for beginners vaulters. So yeah, in my eyes, I didn't really have the best circumstance to start, and it was in a little space. It wasn't even in a training arena. It was just like in a small space, and that is where I started with my trainer online. And I didn't have the best circumstances to start from, but I did the best I could with what I had. And that is basically what that card says to me, what I think is one very huge important part to how I became a better vaulter than I was 2 years ago when I started my journey on my own. No, it was even more than 2 years. I remember now. But yeah, I don't count on the years. It just goes with the flow. I get older, and that's the only thing I know. So yeah. So yeah, grow through what you go through. Learn from your mistakes and do the best what you can with what you have. Everybody needs help sometimes, is the second card here. And for me, that means that I did search for help. I knew I couldn't do this on my own, so I tried to find a trainer because I knew I didn't know enough to get on my own, or to keep going this on my own. So I searched for a trainer and found Ellen, my trainer that I currently work on, and we have been working basically only online since we started. And yeah, so get help is something that is really important. You can't do this on your own. So becoming a good vaulter, a big part is to take people you trust in and people who have a good knowledge into your life to help you develop what you want towards your goals and dreams. And my trainer is not the only person who is helping me. Of course, the people who own the horses, I do vault on, and I have been participating at several online trainings the past 2 years. Due to COVID, it was good circumstances to find online courses for vaulting, especially in Germany, and I speak German, so it's easier for me to understand the classes. But yeah, so that's something else. Help and books, the German books that are written on vaulting. I do look at them from time to time too. So that's help. Help is needed, and take it when you can get it. Also finding inspiration in other people, like on Instagram, for example. So yeah, taking advantage of other people's knowledge in a good way, and share, and be open to share your knowledge, because the sport is so small and the knowledge sits in the people. Yeah. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. So I set pretty high goals for myself, but I started by breaking them down and look what is realistic. So I found that the first goal for me was to go to a canter competition, and that's the first goal that my trainer helped me with. But we also set up a high goal, which was to qualify for the Swedish Championships. Due to COVID and other circumstances, because the regulation changed, I have not been qualified for the Swedish Championships yet, but hopefully I will in the future. But setting goals is really an important part of growing and getting on in your journey and becoming a better vaulter, or a good vaulter, as you asked for. Yeah, wise people are always learning, and that is a good one too, because I believe that if you understand that you will never know everything, and that you never fully know everything there is to know, if you know that, you can grow and you can learn. So wise people are always learning. I'm not saying I'm wise, because I don't think so, even though I'm starting to get white hairs because I'm getting older, and it runs in my family to get white hairs pretty early at your 30s. But yeah, I don't consider myself wise, but yeah, I consider myself as a learning person, and that I will always learn. So I can always learn something, regardless of the people or the circumstances. There's always something in it for you. Anything is possible and everything can be. Yes, that is an essence to what I believe in, my motivation. I believe that anything is possible, but I have to set my mind to it, and I have to understand that there's a lot of work behind it too. And if I can live with that amount of work that it needs to get to your goals, yeah, and then I can accomplish anything. So I believe anything is possible. But you need to start by believing, because if you don't believe in yourself, nothing will happen. And you are the only person who can start to believe in yourself. Nobody else will do it for you. Even if you have people who believe in you, it's still stronger when you believe in yourself. So yeah, anything is possible. Believe you can, and you are half the way there. Quite similar card, but still a little good one here is to, if you start to believe, you have already gotten the first steps. So start by believing in yourself, because anything is possible. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Even that is a better one. It tops the two cards that I just read up. So if you believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything. We all have ability. The difference is how we use it. And that builds up on the card I just read up before. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable, because if you believe that you have the ability, you can start to do the work. And yeah, so you have to understand that you have the ability, but you need to know how to use it. So just get going and find people that can help you with that. Surround yourself with people who will lift you higher. And this card is really a deep one for me, because I have had several people in my life who didn't believe in my ideas, or didn't believe that I could accomplish what I would like to accomplish in my life. So I tried to surround myself with people who believe in me. So yeah, that is basically Also, one of the points that helped me to be a better vaulter, because if I choose to only have people who I want to spend time with and who believe in me, or they don't have to believe in me, but are my friends and like me and love me for who I am, instead of being in a toxic environment, then you can grow. So surround yourself with people who will lift you higher, and in that case, in that way you can lift yourself higher as well. Attract what you want by being who you want, and that's a good one too, because if you show other people, if you show other people a good manner, a good mood, you will show yourself that too. So by being who you want to be, you attract what you want to be. Yeah, basically that. Your potential is endless. And I probably have to thank my mom for this one. She always thought that anything is possible and that you have the potential to become whatever you want to. And by believing in that, I think that I have come so far as you think I have. Still, I don't believe fully that I have come so super far, but obviously somebody asked me this question, or some of you, because it was not only one person asked the question. But yeah, so your potential is endless. Believe in it. Life is the best gift. And I will tell you what I think about this card, because it has a quite deeper meaning too. There were points in my life where I didn't feel that life was the best gift, that I didn't feel it was worth it, because I had a lot of obstacles that were in my way, and I felt that I was very lonely and that I couldn't find anybody else who was in the same position. Also, when it came to vaulting, after me stopping at that club, I felt very lonely and I wasn't sure if I should continue with vaulting. So I'm very happy today that I didn't choose to stop and I continued, because I found joy in it. And joy is something that is very, very important too. I would not have come as far as I have if I wouldn't have found joy. So joy is really a good motivator that keeps me going forward. But this card says life is the best gift, and life is the best gift. Always, every day. So be happy, be grateful with what you have, and do the best you can with what you have.